Good morning. Welcome to my morning yin class. I'm Terry. We are going to be doing a quad stretch and a supine leg stretch. Um, the only props you'll need today is your strap. So your strap or your bathrobe tie or old ties tied together. You won't be needing a block. And that's about it, just your tie. So let's move to our mats. We're going to let's start in a child's pose. We won't stay here for very long. We're just going to kind of round our back a bit. So sitting on your knees can be as wide as your mat. They can be right together. They can be just slightly apart to let your belly come through. You give it a try and see which one you like the best. Then you want to get down as far as you can. Stretch your arms up over your head. And let your head just fall down to the mat. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. And another big breath in. And sigh it out. Okay. Push up onto all fours into tabletop. And lying flat on your tummy. I'm going to start the timer. This is an easy one to get into. Point your toes. Bring your right leg up. Grab a hold with your hand. Grab a hold with your other hand. And just pull your heel into your butt. If you can't reach your leg, grab a hold of your strap. Hook it around your ankle. My strap is all tangled up. And you're more than welcome just to hold the strap wherever your leg may be. Think of your breathing. Slow it down. And I know you're thinking, well, what am I going to do with my face? You can leave, okay, my glasses get in the way. You can rest on your chin. You can just turn your head to the side. And when we're halfway through, I'll just tell you to turn your head the other way. So wherever you're comfortable, you can leave your head right there. Let your quad relax. I'm pretty sure you can feel this stretch. It's in the front of your thigh, your big quad muscle. And you just pull your heel in as tight as you can get it. Now, if you've had your head turned to the right, just pick it up nice and slow. Turn it to the left. I'm just going to leave my head resting on my chin. And let's do our breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, making that whisper sound in the back of your throat. In for 4 and out for 8. And let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breath. 15 more seconds. We're almost there. And relax your leg down. Grab a hold of the other leg. I'm just going to turn around just so you can see me. Start our timer. Grab a hold of that leg or use your strap. And you want to just like kind of give an experiment. What if you bring your leg to the right? What if you bring your leg to the left? What if you just hold it with one hand? See where it feels good for you. I use two hands because it kind of keeps my legs straight over my quad. Think it out, breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Hold it here. Visualize all that stiffness leaving on your exhales. Let it go. And I think when you take your inhalation, you'll feel the stretch. And then when you exhale, at the bottom of your exhale, you'll feel that your quad is not as tight as when you took your inhale. But laying on the floor like this keeps you in position. You don't arch your back. You don't curl your back. You're just in a really good position to hold the stretch. So let's do our breathing together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. 30 more seconds, gang. And exhale. Keep that breathing going. Almost done. Good, and release that leg. And just roll over on your back. You're going to need your strap for this one. So grab your strap. Doesn't have to be in a loop this time. It can just be just your tie, whatever you have. Loop it over your foot and hold it there. Now, if you can grab your toe, by all means, you can grab your toe. I just find that my toe and my fingers get tired after 3 minutes. But if this is where you want to be, give it a try. You want your legs straight, not overextended. So there's just a micro bend in your knee. So you hold it here, look straight up, and relax. Now this also keeps your lower back stable when you're in this position. We also do extended leg pose standing, and a lot of people tend to bring their back forward or they lean back to get their leg up higher. So you, laying on the back, you just want to relax your back. Remember, the 3 principles of Yin Yoga is you want your body to be a wet noodle. You want to concentrate on your breathing, 4-8 breathing, with that whisper sound in the back of your throat. And you want to meet or beat your time from the previous time you did the pose. See, we're in halfway through and my toe is going, okay, let go of me. So with the strap, you can have 2 arms, and the weight of your arms brings your foot a little further up. Now remember, you don't want your knee bent. That's a totally different pose. You want to keep it straight, and you want to keep it straight up from your hip. Don't let it fall in. Don't let it fall out. Just straight up from your hip and hold it here. And breathe into it. So we're 2 minutes. Let's do our breathing together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Continue with your breathing. Almost done. 10 more seconds. Good. I'm going to stop our timer. Reset it. Now, keep your foot just like this, holding onto the strap, and let your leg fall out to the side. Now this stretch will get pretty intense, and I'm pretty sure you can feel where that stretches. But if you can hang on, stay for the 3 minutes. If you have to release, by all means, release the pose. You want to keep your left hip on the ground. And if you have your left leg bent, it's a little bit of a different stretch, but that kind of relieves a bit of pressure. Sometimes your back can have a little bit of stress in this position. You want to keep your hip on the floor. I mean, if it helps to extend your left arm, extend your left arm. But let's breathe into the pose and see how you feel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with the breathing. Now, when you feel your muscles are going to relax, there'll be something that's going to try to fight it. Let it go. Just let that go. Let your leg go further down, just like gravity. Bring it down. And you're going to try to fight it, but concentrate on your breathing. That lets your body know that you're fine. You can go further into the stretch. It's all good. And I think you probably notice how much further your leg is over than when you started. You just keep slowly going down to the floor. Remember, keep that left hip on the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. And while we're doing our poses, if you zone out and don't listen to anything I say, that's fine. I just kind of babble. It kind of helps you keep your mind off of what's being stretched in your body. And I like to suffer with you, so you know that I'm suffering too. There's 3 minutes. Slowly bring your leg up. Very good. That was pretty intense. Bring your left leg up. Windshield wiper your knees. Get things rolling once again. I'm just going to spin around so you can see what I'm doing. Now put the little strap on your left foot. I'm starting the timer. Straighten your right leg. Hold it here. Remember, just a little micro bend in your knee. That's it. You don't want to hyperextend. Just a wee bend in your knee. Hold it here. And I always find, well, I always start with my right leg, and my left leg is probably stiffer than my right, but I always find my left leg to be tighter than my right. And whether I've forgotten what my right one started like, which is probably the case. So let's do our breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breath, making that whisper sound in the back of your throat. In for 4, out for 8. Holding it here. Now in our morning yin practices, you might find that most of our practices seem to be just for our hips. Yes, I do, a good portion of our hips, but that helps, it helps with back pain. A lot of people don't realize tight hips cause us to have a sore back. So releasing our hips with internal rotation and external rotation, flexion and extension, and lengthening those hamstrings and stretching those quads and stretching those hip flexors. When you get them loosened up, your back feels much better. If you wake up in the middle of the night with sore back and you got to roll over here and then you go to sleep and then you wake up and your back hurts and you roll over this way, a lot of times it's got to do with your tight hips, hamstrings, hip flexors. So stretching them out through the day, getting them stretchy for the day, feels really good when you go to bed. And we are at 3 minutes. I'm going to stop our timer. Start it again. Put the strap in your left hand. Your right arm extends to help keep your right hip on the floor, and let your left leg fall out to the side. Now you're going to want to squeeze your butt cheek, your right butt cheek. Let it go. Let it relax. Remember the principles of Yin Yoga. You want a wet noodle for a body. So that means everything should be as relaxed as you possibly can get it. So while we're in this position, I don't know if you can feel it, but there's a slight stretch on your hip flexors on your right leg if you're keeping your legs straight. Try to keep that hip down. And if you can't get your leg very far and you need to use your blocks, by all means, use your blocks. Use a pillow. Use something just to help support it. So let's imagine the good oxygen coming into that hip. Breathing out all the stiffness, all the tightness. Let it go. Let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. And you'll find as your leg goes further and further, your muscles are going to try to tighten to hold it back. Let it go. Let it relax. Let it go. I think we're probably almost to 3 minutes. Let's see. 10 more seconds. You can do it. Hold it here. And release that leg. Release your strap. Bring your knees up. A windshield wiper your knees. Now just come over onto your hands and knees once again. Just going to do a little child's pose. Spread your knees this time as wide as your mat. Stretch your arms up. See how that feels. Wiggle your chest a little bit. Now bring your knees in, right together. Fold over your knees. Bring your hands back to your feet. Inhale, great big breath. And side out. And another one. Side out. And just come up into a seated position. So that's our yin practice for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be here tomorrow. So please join me and get stretchy for the day. I'd love to have you. We'll see you then. Bye.